The pad perform feature on the MPC is a really dope feature. It's one that I've been using a lot of lately. I'm still trying to get to know it. I don't use it to its full capability, but I want to show you a beat that I put together and show you how I use pad perform. So if this doesn't answer all your questions, forgive me. I don't have all the answers and I'm still learning some things, but I can explain some things for some people who just need to know the basics. And Fade to Black, you asked me to explain a couple things, so hopefully this answers your question if you haven't had it answered already. All right, so I want to get straight to it. So I already got this drum beat here. So here are my chords. Now in pad perform, I use the progression setting. If you don't really know anything about music theory, I'd probably suggest using progressions. And Fade to Black, you had asked the question, which should I be using, the chords or the progressions? Now I feel like the progressions will actually give you kind of a quicker start to creating a good sounding chord progressions. Now chords right here, I think if you want to use this, I would also encourage you to learn a little bit about like common chord progressions just to start. I think like a common one in pop music and a lot of music is a 1-4-5. So you'll see that written out as Roman numerals. To explain that, so we have the key here, right? So I can switch my key. So a 1 chord in the key of F major would be, starting with F, 4 would be, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 would be here. I encourage you to look up those kinds of things. So I know a little basic music theory. So, but progressions is what I used on this. This gives you some really cool, full sounding chords. And right here in this section, you can select different genres that will give you preset chord progressions. Now there's something happening here sometimes that I can't really explain. I gotta like further look into it. But when I press and hold this chord and I press the next chord, it's only playing a single note, rather than if I went like this. So this is what I got so far. That's my chord progression. From here, I would usually go and try to play a scale as a melody. What I decided to do was actually grab a different instrument for the melody. So going into pad perform again, from here, I'm going to click on chromatic. So what chromatic does is it gives me all of the notes within that key. So as long as I look at these ones, so the ones that are highlighted yellow and red will be keys that I can play that will be in key with the chords that I played. So I want to avoid all these ones that are blank, right? So the difference between the ones that are yellow and the ones that are red is the red ones are just representing the root note of the key that I am. So I'm in F, that's F, that's F. Okay, so I want this to go a little bit higher as far as the notes. So I have an octave control right here, just like you would have on a keyboard, octaves. I can control that here. See, now if I press anything, none of that sounds like it goes with it, right? All that sounds pretty good. Just to demonstrate to you that the yellow and the red ones are the ones that I want to be pressing. So just to differentiate notes from chromatic, is notes will give you all the notes like ascending. So that's kind of like if you were actually playing a keyboard. So there it is. So I won't go into chromatic chords because I don't really use that. I'll look into it more and maybe cover it in another video. And I think I want to cover using chords a little bit more in the future, like when I'm creating more beat making videos and I'm trying to recreate a type of sound. So like, you know, if you want to make a jazz sound, there's certain chords that are common in jazz and, you know, probably reggae or hip hop or trap. There's certain specific chord progressions that are used commonly. So if you're trying to recreate a sound, you could do it using the chords. Just might require a little bit more of a investigation on your part. So that's something I'm interested in doing, so I could, you know, maybe improve my skills when I'm trying to carve out a certain kind of sound. And that's something I would like enjoy showing you guys if you'd be interested in that. So maybe in the future. Of course, some of the other things you got here, I showed you the scale. You can change your scale. You can change from major to minor. You can change the different chord types. But I won't get into that. I won't get into this stuff here. So, but the next thing I might do, I usually do play bass lines with a keyboard, but if I did want to go play a bass line, I would go back into chromatic as well, just kind of like I was doing my my melody. So I got a bass line here. And I could change my octave. Your octave can be changed here as well. You can just turn the knob, or you can use the little plus and minus. So yeah, something kind of like that. And that's pretty much how I go about creating melodies with Pad Perform, creating, you know, song ideas really quickly. Hopefully that answered some questions. I want to move forward and learning some more things about Pad Perform. There are some things that I don't use. Like I said, I'm not using it to its full capability. To be honest, I really don't know what the chromatic chords feature is. But another thing that is interesting is once you do develop the ability to play chords, say you are more advanced and you know how to play chords, you can actually program some of your own chords and chord progressions in here. I believe that was a feature that came with update 2.8. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I believe there are some people out there already creating these kinds of things that you can pick up, possibly purchase and stuff. I'm not quite there. But I do look forward to, like I was saying, creating some more genre specific type of videos and using Pad Perform and the chords rather than the progressions within Pad Perform in order to, you know, figure out those common types of chord progressions to recreate that type of sound. So that's something I would be interested in doing. Let me know if you're interested in seeing that kind of thing and maybe what kind of specific types of sounds you'd be looking to be able to do yourself. And, you know, I might investigate it. It sounds like a cool challenge. Definitely a way of improving, sharpening my skills up and for you guys as well. So yeah, that's just about it. I know I probably missed a few things. Please leave some things in the comment that you think might be useful for people within, you know, the community of MPC users. That would be greatly appreciated. Please do like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and yeah, until next time, everybody, stay humble, lift noise. God bless.